Yo guys, it's slyroh. You already know that today we are back playing some more Triangle Strategy. On the last time, we finished up our battle against Silvio, as he was trying to poison us, take Roland from us, and be in good graces with Gusadov. But we fought him off, and I don't really know what the next step is. I'm sure there's going to be some information about the reaction of the result of the battle around the territories or whatever. I'm still worried that Hyzan is going to come into play at some point. But we are just going to go ahead and get right on into it because, yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen next, but it should be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get going, because I feel like I'm playing through this game at a very, very slow pace, which, you know, is I guess on brand for me, but I'd like to get through a little bit more of it a little bit faster. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to get the little recap.
Against House Wolfford, Lord Silvio of Telior leaves the field defeated.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see him again, and maybe Rufus as well, I don't know. But we did not beat them once and for all.
Victors, however, do not go by unscathed. Repeated battles taking their toll on the soldiers. All goes according to Gustadolf's plan to weaken both houses.
It's too early in the story for things to go good for us.
Landroy Fawkes, Lord of the Third of Glenbrook's High Houses, faces off against General of Laura.
And I don't think that's going to end very well for him. Very unfortunately. We're on Chapter 8, Part 3. Okay. I thought we were just going right into Chapter 9. Not quite. There's a side thing here, and then I guess we'll check in on what's happening with Lord Fawkes, only because this is the side one, so we'll do side and then main, so we get all the information at our disposal.
I must survive. Somehow, I must survive.
I wonder if he will survive this whole game. I don't know. I can see it either way.
Escaping all on your own, I see.
Ooh.
Rufus, what are you doing here?
Didn't y'all escape together?
I came to collect my reward.
Ooh.
Reward? Since when were losers ever rewarded?
I remember our deal differently.
As do I. I was promised an invincible executioner. You are nothing but a fraud. A sheep in wolf's clothing.
Yo, Silvio sucks. Get him.
What's so funny?
I have a new deal for you. Pay me what I'm owed or die.
Ooh.
I cannot give you what I do not possess. But if you kill me now, you will have lost to Wolfford with nothing to show for it.
Go on.
Ooh, okay, I was wondering. I was like, does he care about that? I wonder. I think he does.
Let me live, on the other hand, I will find the coin to pay you. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
How? This is a scam. Work for me longer and I'll pay you eventually. That's not how it works. Don't let anybody do that to you.
But if I don't get that money, consider your life forfeit.
Oh boy. I don't know how it's gonna end for those two. Oh well, maybe not my problem right now. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see any other side stuff happening over here. All right, so let's see what's happening in main story land, and see probably Fawkes go down. Very unfortunately. Yeah.
Far too much blood has been spilled.
I know how loyal you were to the late King Regna. We may be enemies, but you still have my respect. I would invite you to join our ranks.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
You would dishonor me so.
I prefer it to your death.
Save your pity for someone who needs it.
Oh dang.
Your master will never have our loyalty, even if it means the end of the three high houses.
Yeah, I don't think House Fawkes is going to exist after today. Ooh, see that speed on her.
Your Majesty. I serve you even in death.
Yeah, I guess I should have seen that coming, but dang, the fact that he dies before Silvio does, it's very upsetting. But yeah, I don't think the 3 high houses are anymore. We'd have to make some new houses. Wolford's like destroyed in land anyway. Fox is destroyed in everything.
And bested in battle by House Wolford, Silvio Tellior flees, leaving everything behind.
Yeah, and then Silvio is like, he doesn't really have much of a house to run right now either. So yeah, the 3 high houses are not looking so great right now. What is the next step, I wonder?
House Fawkes fights valiantly, but ultimately loses to General of Laura's army, and joins their late king in death.
So I don't know that it makes sense for us to go take one of Laura right now.
Of Glenbrook's 3 high houses, Wolford, Tellior, and Fawkes, 2 are felled by the Iron Hammer of Esfrost.
Ooh.
House Wolford now stands alone, in more peril than ever.
Oh, so House Tellior is just like no more basically. Esfrost doesn't care about whatever Silvio was trying to do to curry favor. Fair enough. Back to Hyzant.
So, 2 of Glenbrook's 3 high houses have fallen. Esfrost's invasion took me by surprise at first, but this is quite the interesting turn.
Oh no.
Now Wolford stands alone, having lost both the crown and its allies. There is no better time for us to act.
What are you gonna do?
Then let us set the trap, brimming with bait enough to lure them in and keep them there.
Oh no.
As you command. The famed High House of the Salt Iron War will soon be under your thumb, my lord.
Yeah, I was like, are they gonna offer us protection and help, and then they're just gonna turn against us? And
having control
so
of
annoying.
the land will make our deliveries that much easier.
Ooh, what you delivering? I want some.
Indeed, and House End will prosper more than ever. Brute strength is not the only path to victory. A truly wise man can win without ever drawing his sword.
That's the ugliest sprite I've ever seen of him laughing, by the way. That is truly terrible, and I never want to see that again. If I can make a way to make that man never laugh again in his life, I would do it in a heartbeat.
A bird from Sorsley End of Hyzant has arrived. He has offered to send us provisions and funds in light of our situation.
Mm-hmm.
A most welcome offer, to be sure, but why would he extend a helping hand to us now? Could he be after something?
Undoubtedly, there are regrettably none so altruistic amongst the Saintly Seven.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing
Not
as
surprised.
Minister Sorsley has never shown much interest in other nations, I can only surmise this is a ploy to put House Wolford in his debt.
So they like see right through him. This is why, like, if you are making a plan for something like this, you need to like actively be currying good favor with other like people, nations. I mean, this works in a lot of things. It's like if you want people to actually believe you and respect you, you need to like give them a reason to in the first place. And yeah, Sorsley has not put in any sort of work to make it seem like this was a genuine offer in any way, shape, or form. So it sounds like he kind of failed in that aspect.
As I suspected. But our people and soldiers need all the help they can get.
So what do we do?
Let us accept his proposal.
Really?
We can deal with whatever ulterior motives he may have once we are back on our feet.
We are making a habit of accepting help from people that are only trying to screw us over.
Understood. We shall discuss our countermeasures at another time.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going directly into combat against them soon. That still seems like it's still in the setup phase, but who knows? Things can definitely happen fast. Alright, we'll see what's happening in the castle. Avlora gets to go report her victory. Show Gustadolf that she's not useless. She can win.
Congratulations on your victory in the Falk's domain, General.
Thank you, sir. They were proud warriors. And Lord Landroy a formidable foe despite his age.
I imagine he was content to breathe his last on his beloved fields.
Yep.
30 years have passed since the Salt Iron War. It was time he was put to rest beside that bygone era. Avlora, it is time you had a rest as well.
What do you mean by that, Your Grace?
Your soldiers have fought long and hard. Any longer, and their morale may suffer for it.
But what of House Wolford? Prince Roland is still with them. Is that not cause for concern?
There are no lords left worth worrying about. House Wolford stands alone after Roland's uprising.
Ah, so now we give them time to get stronger, and so the way they can beat us eventually. What a great plan.
We would do well not to underestimate them. Even standing alone, they once changed the course of the Salt Iron War.
House Wolford is no longer the hunter, but the hunted. Or do you believe you understand something that I do not, General?
I don't know, Gustav, you didn't go out and actually fight them at all.
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Maybe you're making assumptions based on things that you're not even seeing. Because you're too busy staying back behind closed gates and sending other people to do your dirty work. No respect from me. Gustav, I think, just kind of sucks.
You wish to speak to me, Your Highness?
I wish to leave the Wolford domain.
Oh boy.
And you want me to persuade Lord Serenoa?
Yes. Though I doubt he will welcome the conversation after the scales have spoken.
Yeah.
But the people are tired. Their expression's grim. And this castle is no different.
Even so, the decision was made together.
Yes. But I think we all know that I am at the source of our troubles. The responsibility ultimately falls to me.
So, like, what's your plan to do about it, then?
If you truly wish to take responsibility, then I do have an idea.
And I would hear it.
Give me that ring.
Ring? Okay. What's so special about this ring?
This is proof that I belong to the royal family. What would you do with it?
Have you die for your people.
Ah. What a schemer Benedict is. Okay, I like where this is going. Fake Roland's death, and then maybe they won't come after him, but I feel like they're gonna need to like confirm the body though, if that ever does happen. So let's Travis and Trish, our favorites. I mean, I don't have anything against them, but they were literally like the first enemies of the game, so I don't really take them seriously for right now.
Hey boss, come take a look at this.
The dead body.
The poor soul. Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Yeah.
Pa, take a look at this.
Oh wait, they like already enacted this plan?
A shiny ring, huh? Is that the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland.
Wait, they found like a body double, or hold on, how? Okay, I thought there was gonna be a whole setup to this plan. I didn't think it was just gonna be like, oh, you want to do this plan, and then just like immediately it was just like, oh, the plan was done.
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt. This is Prince Roland.
Wow, they're really gonna believe that.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
You get no reward.
Give them their coin.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
Well, they might be in some trouble when it inevitably gets found out that this is a fake body.
What a waste.
Now what do they do?
Is this truly how the kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolford are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince. They may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolford any longer.
A shame.
So they just like setting up shop here then, and they live happily ever after?
Poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend.
Did they not judge Cordelia's reactions like at all? Oh, she believes it too. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, that's a step that I wasn't expecting. So maybe we are moving more into some conflict with Hyzant. Interesting. Okay. Because it doesn't seem like Esfrost is going to come after us anytime soon. Seems like they buy the news. There's probably going to be a lot of reactions about Lord Roland's death.
The news of Prince Roland's death spreads across the land like wildfire. With his demise, seemingly comes the end of the kingdom of Glenbrook. But only days later, a proclamation is made that would bind Esfrost and Glenbrook.
Oh?
Bearer of the royal signet and last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, Cordelia is to ascend as queen.
Okay.
And wed Archduke Gustadolf.
I hate that. Though I guess that makes sense. Chapter 9, Part 1. Alright, do we have to make a decision? Wonder what it could be. That's usually what the parts mean. So, who knows?
Princess Cordelia is to wed the Archduke? What is the meaning of this? Gustadolf is the very one who invaded Glenbrook.
But King Regna is to blame for trying to monopolize the mines.
What does it matter who the princess weds as long as Glenbrook lives on?
It damn well matters to me.
Oh no, riots in the streets! What happened to your happy kingdom, Gustadolf?
My people, our days of late have been dark and filled with strife. Both Glenbrook and Esfrost have suffered countless losses, and we have lost both of our beloved princes. For that, I offer you my deepest condolences. May they all rest in peace. As you all know, my father was sentenced to death for his role in this tragic event.
You know, it's very ironic that, like, Serenoa and Frederica's, like, marriage was supposed to signify, like, a growing, like, relationship and like, a sign of trust between Esfrost and Glenbrook, and instead, Gustadolf is trying to do the same thing with him wedding Cordelia here. It's very interesting how that has turned out to be.
Come to grips with our sorrow and anger? How do we atone for our mistakes?
Esfrost does not deserve your forgiveness. Do not submit to Gustadolf's will.
Let us recognize our sins as such and move forward. Archduke Gustadolf has magnanimously given us another chance. A chance to see Glenbrook to a fair and free future. As the queen of this kingdom, I, Cordelia of House Glenbrook, do hereby accept the warmth and governance of Esfrost, and swear to do everything in my power to usher in an age of peace with the Archduke.
With all due respect, sir, I do not believe Queen Cordelia to be fit for ruling Glenbrook.
Well, I think he's going to try and more rule, but be in her ear while she's, like, the face of it.
She does not need to be. She is to be our figurehead.
Yep.
A place for the people to focus both their hope and discontent.
Yep.
And while the poor people of Glenbrook stumble in the dark, we shall establish a new government, one based in freedom.
Right.
Once the people have had a taste of true freedom Esfrost would offer them, there will be no turning back.
This is my favorite type of freedom, the one that is very heavily controlled by higher-ups.
By the time Cordelia births an heir, both this kingdom and its people will belong solely to Esfrost.
Ah, yes. True freedom, where they belong to one nation or person or whatever.
I am simply breathing new life into a kingdom of tired traditions. The people will thank me for it in time.
Is Flora gonna, like, stay bad forever? She's shown a lot of signs of, like, empathy and, like, not quite understanding what Gustadolf is even trying to do. Because Gustadolf is literally just trying to be the most evil man ever to exist.
I swear to avenge you.
Ooh. Wonder if Cordelia's gonna try something. Maybe, like, cook him up some poison, stab him in the night, who knows? There are a lot of ways this could go. I think it's about that time we check in on the encampment, see if there's any mock battles that we can do to break up all this information stuff that we're getting. And we can make our unit stronger, because clearly they need it after all the struggles I was having the last couple battles. Alright.